Hello. Hello, everyone. So it takes everyone a minute to pop in with the streaming, but I wanted to say Merry Christmas in July. I've been saying it, I don't know, since July 1st. And look, I've got new friends. Cathy and Nate and Carol are here. Now, are your names in order? So can you raise your hand? Because I've got a teacher in me. Can you raise your hand so we know who is who? Who is Cathy? Okay, it's Cathy. So there's Cathy. And who is Nate?
That's me.
And who is Carol?
Me.
Hi. Now, Nate, I love that you went on this cruise with your grandparents, your grandmoms, but you have cute names for them. What do you call your grandmas?
So this is Nunny. This is my
Nunny.
mom's mom, and this is Grammy. This is my dad's mom.
Oh, I called my grandma Grammy, but my grandma, I'm very Italian, but my grandmother was like,
all three of us.
All three of us.
yes. And my grandmother was like, I'm not Nonna, because Nonna always wears black and I'm not wearing black, or Nonna wore black. And I'm like, okay. She said, call me something different, like she told my mother. And we called her Grammy. So, which is cute. So
Yeah.
You've got friends popping in because there's a little delay and they want to say hi to you. So give me a minute and I'm going to put it across the screen and then we're going to get into your experience. I'm so excited. All right. This is Christina. So
Hi.
Christina loves Hallmark. Christina actually is admin to a few different pages. She's admin to a Chris McNally fan page and The Way Home. So she loves Hallmark. So I'm sure she's probably going to have a question for you. Hi, Christina. And we've got Jennifer. She's here saying hello. And right away, here's what Christina's showing you love. Look what she has to say.
Thanks, Christina.
Thank you.
And we have Jean who's here. Hi, Jean. And Joanne is here. And this is Rona. Rona and I got to be friends because of our podcast and getting together. There's, look, what she's a hi, Nate, and the wonderful grandmas.
That's you guys.
Yep.
I know. And we have Nikki. She's a Grammy. Look, I'm a Grammy too. And she's from Central Iowa.
Oh.
And then
Oh,
Candace is here.
amazing.
So these are all your fans already.
Oh my
God.
word.
I know.
Oh.
So, okay. I want you to first tell me about Hallmark a little bit before we dive into your experience, okay? Because I only have you here for what, a half hour, and we got to spend some meaningful time together. So tell me, if you can, any one of you or all of you, which is a favorite of yours. That doesn't have a movie, doesn't have to be a Christmas movie. It could be just any Hallmark movie in general. Which is your favorite?
Can I go first? You guys can
Yes.
think. So my favorite is actually The Three Wiser Men and a Boy. And I'll tell you why. Did I steal yours?
That's
Oh, wait,
my
I just stole
That's
everyone.
okay. It's all right if you steal it. You're
That's
back and forth. Go ahead.
So the reason that it's my favorite is because after meeting Paul, Tyler, and Andrew, and Paul, Tyler, and Andrew, after meeting them all and having a personal connection with them all on a cruise, then I sit here and I'm like, I'm watching this, and it's like one of the ones where I now know everyone, and Kim as well, who wrote it. And at first, I love the first one, but because we were one of the first people to ever watch that show or that movie, now I'm so happy that like that one's my favorite. It's taken over.
And it's my favorite as well, and not because we were on the ship. I mean, I would say that if I just when I see it on TV at Christmas time, you know. So that was my favorite.
I think many people, and the ratings will agree with you on that one. What about you, Carol? Right? Did I get it right?
That was one of my favorites. You know, when we were at the show and stuff like that. I mean, it was just so much fun just watching them do it and how they interacted together and how it made you, feel.
Yeah, they work well together.
Yes.
I have a special thing to share about when we watched it too on the ship. We were like a tad late, like maybe 2 minutes. So as we were coming down the aisle, we were the second row. And who walks up but Tyler? And I see him first. And I say, Tyler, these are my two grandmas, Nunny and Grammy. He goes, I've heard about you. I'm going to go say hi. So he went up as they're walking down 2 steps behind me. He said hello to them. And I thought that was awesome.
Yeah,
it is awesome. And he's like that. He's so personable. Even his mother is amazing. And
I didn't realize she was on the ship. Carol, that was this past Monday, right?
Yeah.
That we met. Yeah. Carol's plane was really delayed and didn't even take off. She had Yeah, that was sweet. We didn't know that.
Yeah, that's okay. I love her. She pops in every now and again, but it just shows you how human they all are. They're very human.
And
I don't know if you had it. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. I guess he did announce it though.
On the first night, I remember him saying, "Hi, Betty."
I do, but then I forgot about it. But I forgot her name. But yeah.
Well, I'm sure you were overwhelmed because I'm overwhelmed watching it. Like I have to keep going back, and I'm good at details. And I just love listening, even to the little spotlights of people that are talking. Like there was this one woman who I brought this up in my review too, who talks about how she was fighting cancer and she just didn't even know who she was. But she had Hallmark to get her through it, and it made her feel good. And that's not the first time that someone has shared something like that. So I could imagine how overwhelmed, but in a good way, overwhelmed, right? Like overwhelmed high that you must have been feeling after you were done the experience. The actors said it took them days to get over that wonderful euphoric type feeling. Did you have a feeling like that when you were done?
Yeah. You know what? Yes, because everywhere you went, everyone was so friendly. And whether they knew that we were Grammy, Nate, and Nunny or not, everyone.
Well, Roxanne, when we got out of the Uber,
this is funny.
I love it.
When we got out of the Uber, first of all, I heard them say, "Oh, they're here," and I'm thinking they're talking about the stars. We're looking for the actors, right? So all of a sudden, we get out. And they start running to us. They're going, "Oh, they're here. Oh, Nunny, Grammy, we love your story." And I'm saying, I'm looking at her. I said, "What story?" I had no idea that Nate was
on Facebook.
Well, we didn't know he was on Facebook.
No, we did not know that.
We didn't know that at all. And the selfies, we were laughing. Women we'd be in the restroom. Can we get a selfie when we go out?
You're famous. See, you're famous. I love it.
You know what? There was I can't remember what this woman's name was, but she was from China. She was such a lovely person. And she kept on saying to me, "Don't you realize that you're as famous as the Hallmark crews? I mean, the Hallmark stars." And I said, we were just amazed how they treated us, you know, also with Nate and everything like that. But it was so much fun though.
Yeah.
It was still surreal when Aaron told me that everyone knew us up in the green room. I still can't believe it.
Yeah.
It was
I loved it. You know what else I liked, Nate? When you had your interaction with Erin, who is just pure joy, isn't she? Like she exudes pure joy.
Genuine, you can tell.
I know. And when I got to chat with her, and she talks about the connection that you had because she's very much in love with her grandmother and her relationship. And then you say, "I asked for a car," right? And they were not giving you one. So you got this cruise. But I liked what your response was. Do you remember how you responded?
Yeah. And I actually was thinking about this. So the nights on the cruise after our day, I would write something on Facebook, a little thing like, you know, some pictures, and I'd say thank you like for the day. And one of the things that I was going to say, but I cut out of it, and this is just stuff I'm thinking in my head, was, you know, a car always depreciates every day. Every day it goes down some kind of value. But the memories that I made on that ship, I will remember them forever. And we always talk about, these two and I, what their grandparents did with them, what I do with them, that I can then tell my grandkids. But now I have something that I can show them, my grandkids. When I have grandkids, tangible. Eventually I can show them this show, and I'll say, "Look at how amazing my grandmas were."
I know. It's like a legacy. It's like a legacy, right?
Of course it is. But the point I'm saying is, when I cut that out of Facebook, but then when I saw Aaron, I thought I want to bring this up again, because it just puts into comparison to me how amazing these two women are for me.
Thank you. We love you.
Oh, they love you. But wait, I love when you said that to her. She's like, "Oh, I have faith in humanity."
Yeah. That was funny.
And I don't know why. Even when I was a kid, like every generation that's younger always gets a bad rap. Back in my day. But I'm a teacher and I have fifth graders, and I'll tell people stories and they'll be like, "You're a teacher? Who's a teacher?"
Well, I was a fourth grade teacher for 30 years.
I'm a fifth grade teacher.
Oh, I bet they love you. I can just
thank you. but they always have the cutest stories. I always tell my stories and people are like, oh, wow. I was just at therapy and physical therapy. And the gentleman's like, oh, wow, they were good to us. I said, yeah, I hurt my foot. And he said, I have faith in humanity. And I'm like, that's like this third time I've heard this recently. And I'm like, yes, you should have faith in humanity. It's all good. I want to share something with you before you give us like the details of how you, what is it? I guess you signed up for the cruise, how you were accepted, how you knew that you might be on camera, like all those, or whatever. No behind the scenes secrets, but whatever you're allowed to share. But wait, hold this one right here. Christina, I knew she'd comment. She says, I hope I have this kind of relationship with my grandson, who is 7 now. You guys bring me hope for the future. See?
Thank you, Christina.
Thank
Wow.
you, Christina.
Thank you very much.
And Jean has something nice to say too. She says, oh, that is so sweet, Nate. Memories last forever.
I know. I have my room and my basically all of myself now is Hallmarkified, I call it. I have a lanyard that I kept from the cruise on I just got my license, by the way, a few weeks ago. So I have it. Thank you. I have on the keychain, the Hallmark, like the badge that we got for our lanyards. In my room, yeah. And in my room, I have a bunch of pictures hung up. We still have the bracelets. Shout out to our friend Leah, who made us these great bracelets. And I still wear them sometimes. They're still in my room. And so it's just all this stuff still lingers it's going to linger forever. And especially with the show.
I know. It'll be cute. Soon you'll be seeing people like 25 years from now putting things up on eBay.
Yeah.
Because you're famous.
Yeah. Oh, God.
That'll be something.
Do you have any other famous stories for me? Like, can you go to like your local Starbucks or barista and get a coffee without being recognized? Or are you good?
You want to talk about the Hallmark store?
Yeah, our Hallmark store down the road in the shopping center. They're beside themselves. They're just with excitement. And so they have like a little wooden tripod about this big. And then they have the advertisement for Christmas at Sea and all the dates for July. And then there's a picture of the 3 of us underneath. But yesterday I was down at the same shopping center, not at Hallmark. And I hear this person yelling, may I have your autograph? And I'm thinking, she talking.
It's a former student.
Oh, no, well, this one she wasn't. She was definitely even older than I am. Yes. But I laughed and I said, I said, I'm not really a star, but I'm glad you're watching it because it's very entertaining.
Don't be so humble. Give me.
She didn't have any paper or pen out or anything like that.
Women sign her arm, sign her hand. You know how they do that.
Yeah. But cool. Yeah, Carol's story. Well, whenever you're ready for that story.
Go ahead, Carol. Tell us your story.
When I was coming, I missed the show on Tuesday because the flight was delayed in Washington. So anyways, we were at the airport and my husband, we had to get connecting flights and everything like that. Mm-hmm. And he's telling this agent that, ticket agent and stuff like that. And he said, well, listen, my wife is a star now. Do you watch Hallmark? And she's going, yes, I love Hallmark. And she says, well, she's Grammy. And the woman was hysterical. She's going, I watched that. Are you really Grammy? And then she said to me, is Nani there? And I said, no. Oh, it was so funny because she did. She was watching it and everything. So she says, so my husband says, do you think that you can bump us up to first class? And she said, I wish I could, She was joking, but
she did give you good seats.
Yes,
she did.
Yes,
gave her the bulkhead.
When we got on the airplane, first,
that bulkhead.
The bulkhead is where we sat. So my husband says, you know what? She got us at least closer to it or whatever. But it's crazy though. I was being interviewed by Rob.
For the Pittsburgh trip.
Yes, I was in the corner. So you couldn't see me because people were hollering, like they're, you can't hear because they're saying flights and everything was delayed. So I'm trying to listen to him. I'm trying to, pay attention to, our flight. It was something though.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm having like a crisis here. You see me waving like a fool and just give me 1 second. Okay, we're good. So sometimes I listen to everything you said. I am not in my office. I'm like right here in the dining room, and I am home alone. So I think. So someone who is my co-star once in a while, he is here and he's trying to get my attention. And I'm like, I am on a podcast. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I thought, I hope my husband remembers when he comes home.
Oh, God.
It's all
You'd hear him. You'd hear him if
Because
he
you'll
didn't.
hear him.
It's all good. It's all good. All right. So before we go on and you tell us about the process, and people might have some questions about it, Cindy says, hi, sorry I'm late. Internet's been going in and out. Hi, Nate and ladies.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Cindy.
So the first time, I have a quick story. When the first time I watched you, it was for your episode 1 recap. And Cindy had put on a question that said, like, I love that 16-year-old his grandma's. And I remember you going, Cindy, that's Nate and his grandma's. I like watching them. So I remember Cindy.
I know. That's because as soon as they sent me the screeners to watch everything, I don't normally like to do it because I don't ever want to give a spoiler out. And sometimes things just come out accidentally. So I had to be real careful, but I couldn't because I loved it so much that I watched all of it. And then I had to watch it again. And then I had to watch it again. And then I had to take more notes. So I became a little obsessed.
Well, we don't blame you. I'm obsessed too.
Yeah, I love it. All right. Let's dive in. Tell us now. Okay, so you decide that you want to get to be one of the guests. And let me tell you, they had a waiting list of 60,000. So you got on, and that is a miracle in and of itself. What did you what did you do to get to be on camera? How did that happen?
I'm talking about well, we had written the essay or the application.
Oh,
It was on the Facebook group, which I was active in.
Okay. And so I'm at home and my cell phone rings and it says Beverly Hills, California. And I'm like, oh, right. I don't know anybody in Beverly Hills, California. So I didn't pick up. And then it was a message. And it was a lovely woman that I think she worked for Hallmark. So I don't remember. So I won't, say the specific, but she just said, we read your application or essay and we'd like to, have a Zoom interview with you and everything. And I got so nervous. Then I called Nate. He goes, Nate, did you call her back? And I'm like, no, I was waiting for you. Organized everything. So you can fill in from there.
No, so on Facebook, as you guys know, everyone, I was very active in the Facebook group. So I would always write in there.
Kidding.
These two barely had any idea before the cruise because they're not on Facebook. But I would write like little stuff like, I'm so excited. Is anyone else going from Pittsburgh? What else did I write? Is anyone doing the activities? Because you had to sign up for the Family Feud and stuff like that. So someone put out, it was our cruise director, 6-man Laura, and she put out and she said, if you're celebrating something or like having a good time with your family, fill out this application. And it said what's your favorite Hallmark movie, stuff like that. And I jumped right on that. And I told them, I said, we got to do this. And lo and behold, my grandpap was saying for a while, Baba was saying, that's what I call my grandpap. He was saying, I think you guys are going to get it. I think you guys are going to get it.
He just kept saying it. And after she interviewed us the first time on Zoom, this woman that called from Beverly Hills, she said to us, you'll hear in a couple of weeks, I guess, if you make it to the next step. And so I had fallen asleep on the couch in the family room. And I wake up that night hearing my husband going, you're kidding. You're kidding. And you're kidding. So they called you. They called me that night.
And said we loved your story so much. We'd like to do another one. So the rest is history.
So yeah,
that was so cool. I love it. Now, okay, so now you're on and you're working the ship. There's a lot. We could see that there was so much going on. So what were some of the events that they had that you really, really enjoyed?
I loved when they did the karaoke and people
were
singing.
I mean, there's so many. I'm actually in my mind. I'm trying to recollect.
Cookies. We did make cookies.
You made cookies. We didn't get to see that yet. So you made cookies how? How did you do that?
Well, decorating.
Oh, they had it all made.
Yes.
They were stuff like that.
Decorating.
We had these very special friends to us, Cole, Robin, Terry, and Ashley, they made cookies with us as well. And that's really where we connected with them as well. We knew them throughout the ship, but we made cookies with them, and I still keep in touch with her. So that was one of my favorite events.
What about the disco?
Oh, the silent disco. Grammy loved the
disco.
silent disco.
I put these things on my ears, and all of a sudden I see this one dancing the rumba, and this one's doing the twist. And I'm thinking to myself, are they listening to the same thing that I'm listening to? That was a lot of fun, though.
Yeah.
Now,
my word.
Carol, they mentioned that they being the actors, some of them mentioned that it was one of their favorite things as well. So tell us what happened. You put on like everybody had headphones on?
Yes.
And you all had different music?
Yes.
No.
Yes. You
That's a cool concept. I never even heard of that. I want to find something like that for my classroom.
But it was so much fun because everyone was doing a different dance, and you didn't know what they were dancing and stuff like that. But there were so many people doing that, and we were all over the place. None didn't feel good that night.
I was sick.
She was
not seasick.
Yes.
But
just like a cold.
Sick.
Yeah.
The very last night. So
that stinks.
Yeah, but we still had a great time. She only missed the disco. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. You made it through. Now, Nate, what was one of your favorite things? And that could be 5 of them if you want to tell me. The more you share with us, the more excited the people that are here that are going will get. And also, if they have another opportunity, they will love to go. So share away. Tell us.
I wish I could say everything, but to be more specific, I loved the 4 nights when we were on the deck and we would do some like the celebration, then the ugly sweater, then the ball, and then the PJ party.
Yeah,
those were awesome because you got to dress up and everyone else was dressed up with you. And they would have a big photographer at the front who would take a picture, and we have it. And my favorite one is where it says the ball, and it says the ball on the top. It's us in their dresses, and I had a button down shirt. That was one of my favorite. The celebration was also great because, first of all, just seeing everyone. When you're at a sporting event, everyone's there. But for movies and stuff, you don't really see that unless it's a movie theater. But this cruise embodied that basically because you get everyone in one place, and everyone was so excited and happy
and so friendly.
Friendly is an understatement. They were amazing.
Yeah.
Now,
we had so many great things.
Someone has a question, but I'm going to kind of reword it because I kind of have a question sort of similar to that. So you're experiencing all these things, which is, joyful, but sometimes people get nervous, obviously, if you filled out and had your interview, but sometimes people get nervous when they know that they're going to be on a camera or live. Obviously, the 3 of you were not, but did they say to you that if well, maybe Carol, are you a little nervous? You're doing great.
Not too much. Yeah,
it's good.
It was fun.
Did you have like anybody say, well, we can help you out, like off to the side? We have somebody that could coach you a little bit.
They were always, when they were filming, they were always very helpful.
Yeah.
As far as directions, not any just.
It was,
they comfortable.
You know what? They would explain what they were doing.
Right.
So, I think we got used to it.
Yeah.
It was fun. By the second day, I felt like they weren't even there. Like when we would be filming, you wouldn't even notice it.
Yeah, you became movie stars.
Yeah.
Gosh. All right. I don't want to hold you up. I want you to be able to have like a little break because I know you're like on your own little junket. You're celebrities and you got to go spread your joy. But I have some questions for you. So here's a question here. Did you get swag bags? And if so, what was in them? Did they, you know what we mean by that, right? Okay.
So we did not get swag bags, but we put our stockings out in the door. And that is where Aaron came and brought us a little handwritten note and some peppermint bark. And we had that. And our stockings, every time we would leave the room for 5 minutes and come back, we were like going to eat. We'd come back and it was full.
It was amazing.
Every night.
I mean, every night these stockings were filled to the brim. And I mean,
it was amazing. Yeah, cards.
It was so nice.
I love that. And then we got to see, I don't know if it was in a clip or something, but some of them going down and doing little things like filling up stuff. That was cute.
Yes,
so that was a really good idea. And of course, Nate took care of everything. Carol and I would just be, she should show her what you.
Roxanne. First of all, when he called, I'll never forget. He called me one morning, and he said, Grammy, you're not going to, he called Cathy too. He said, Grammy, you'll never believe us. He said, Hallmark is going to have their first cruise. He says, wouldn't it be wonderful if you, Nunny, and I would go and celebrate my 16th birthday? Well, I went silent because I'm thinking, why would he want to be with us? I'm thinking this.
And then we talked to each other.
Yes.
I said, I think we should.
Yeah. So then I said, first of all, I said, we have to talk to mommy and daddy. I said, but that sounds like fun. So anyways, but here's what happened though, Roxanne. When we decided for him to do this, he made this book here.
He took over.
This is our itinerary. And let me tell you, I thought it was written by Hallmark. I thought it was written by Hallmark.
We would have meetings and he would give us a handout, and I have mine in a file. I'm so glad Carol brought hers. And we weren't allowed to speak until he was done giving us the presentation. But guess what, Roxanne? He would be done. Do you have any questions? And we would like, no, because he thought of everything. We didn't say
Roxanne, he would text us and he goes, hi, Grammy and Nunny. This is Captain Nate. We're going to have our first meeting at the country club. He would have all this and he circled what we're doing. Then he has pictures in here. But I thought the Hallmark did this. Show me that, Nate.
And here it was him. He could work for Hallmark.
And it's worth noting as well, the reason that they weren't allowed to speak is because they'd ask 4 million questions.
No, we were not, Roxanne.
Well, yes, you
well,
would.
Yeah, a little bit. I know myself, a little ADD. He would say something.
Roxanne, he had the prices, how much things cost, when the sun rises, when the sun goes down.
Yes.
I thought to myself,
and my dad will be 94 on Friday, and he's still very with it and drives and everything. But he's very much your Italian father. Mm-hmm. And we called him they called them and my stepmother every day, but we gave him he loved it. All right, wait, let me get the itinerary. You should be doing this today or that.
And we had to follow this. Believe you me,
We were following it.
And then Christmas. Now, I don't know how he did this, Roxanne. Cathy will show you. He made a book for Cathy and I. And it is from the beginning to the end. Roxanne, it makes you cry.
Oh,
pictures.
It's beautiful.
There's things written in there, and
and notes to
us, and a beautiful letter, a card he sent Cathy and myself.
Oh, I could show this one.
It's like a chance of a life. Oh, it's such
that was our meet with Aaron.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We can. That's already aired, so we're good.
Aaron even she asked about family. And next thing we knew, we called your mom.
Oh, that's right.
His mom's a 2nd grade teacher.
Oh.
And so Aaron said, call her. And so, it was recess, I think.
Yes.
It was recess at the school. And
right.
we were laughing because Kristen's like, oh, yes, Aaron, I know who you are. And the next thing you know, her 2 partners are right here.
Yeah, right. They want to get in.
That was fun.
But Aaron, when my granddaughter, I have to tell you about my granddaughter. She's
wonderful.
She's funny. When she knew that it was Hallmark, I thought she passed on. She dropped to the ground, dropped to the carpet, and she crawled into the kitchen because she didn't want to be
on the phone.
She didn't want to be, on the phone or anything.
Funny.
But anyway,
So Nate, I want to give you a compliment. You're very well spoken and not like, oh wow, you're smart. I meant public speaking wise. Do you plan on maybe going into a career that would use something like that?
Well, I don't know per se, but I'm the president of 2 clubs at my high school, and I'm also on the school board as a student rep. So
he's president of all of student council 9 through 12, as well as president of his sophomore class and now his junior class. And my dad always says, well, he's either going to be the Pope or the president. And he goes, I just wish I was going to be here to see which one he's going to be. So
people ask,
I can see it. So before we say our goodbyes, and I love you. One day, you know what, Nate? And girls, I wouldn't mind if you came on too. But Nate, one day you're going to have to come on, if you don't mind, and review a movie with me. Wouldn't that? You'll be my
one. Yeah,
you'll be. That's you're going to be excellent at it. I would love for you to do
Thank
that.
you.
All right, now I'm going to show you something that's up here that's coming up that is so cool. It's where is she? Where I'm missing where's Nikki? Okay. Nikki this is her second time going to the KC Kansas City Hallmark Christmas experience.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's going weekend number 3.
I heard about that. That's
you know what? The
And
Hallmark employees, the women that work down at the Hallmark store, one of them, she has been to, there was a second one, I guess. And she said she was going to the next one. So
yes. Maybe one day you'll go and they'll recognize you. You should.
That's our next.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is cute. I'm looking over at the comments, and the girls that are going to be there in Kansas City are saying, you need to make an itinerary like Nate made. Make one of them. Like now they want that for their experience.
Well,
but you know what? The teacher in me, and Carol's very organized. I mean, it was perfect for us. So when I say we never had a question, we didn't have a question. Oh, good. We just made sure we had all our checks.
He even told us what to pack, and we had to check them off to make sure.
I love it.
You
know what? You need to be something even more than the Pope or the President, because they're too removed from people. You need to, with that personality, you also need to be handsy on. I'm going to come up with a job for you.
Okay.
You know what?
I'll be watching. So one day when you figure it out.
I always like to say that Nate was born like this. He's just an old soul. He can talk to anybody at any age. He he's just like that.
All right. Well, you've got now we're going to say our goodbyes once I stop the live, but you've got to say goodbye to all your fans. Okay. Say goodbye to Catherine's here, and Christina and Cindy and Nikki and Rona and Jean. I mean, there's a whole list.
Okay. I hope there's a way to see these comments, because I'd love to read them all, but thank you all so much.
You will be able to. Here's what you can do. When this is done and it posts and you go back and you look at it, you'll be able to see it.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
all right.
Roxanne.
You're welcome. Don't say goodbye yet. Just say goodbye to everybody, not to me yet. Okay. Good night. Early evening by me. So, or in some it's afternoon. So I'm just going to say, have a good one. Merry Christmas in July, everyone.
Merry Christmas in July.
Bye.
All right.